Hello everyone and welcome back to the EGF. We are getting ready for set number 3 between Siena and Mississippi State. Dara, who do we got playing in the set number 3?
So right now we have coming up YoseFu going up against Pango. So Pango, I believe, is the Steve main from Siena, and YoseFu the Belmont. YoseFu, you know, little bit of bias coming from me. Always a really exciting one to watch, but Pango definitely brings a lot to the table as well. Has some exciting follow-ups. Definitely, you know, one of the first few I saw really bringing stuff to the table with Steve when he dropped.
Yeah, should be a good one as both of these players, I mean, you talked about how good YoseFu has been. Pango, respectively for Siena, has been one of the most consistent players on this roster. And his switch to Steve, since since Steve has came out, Pango has been on fire with this character. So this is bound to be a good one. Already though, an early lead for YoseFu.
Yeah, YoseFu already putting on a bit of damage. YoseFu has been doing a really good job of just pressuring Steve. You know, on a lot of those side platforms where he really wants to be going for resources. It makes it really difficult for him to play his game in those positions.
I like that punish option too, kind of an awkward play. The parry on that down air into the up B feels like it feels kind of awkward because you're going through the anvil when you do it, but whatever works.
Ooh, able to get the holy
there.
water and almost taking that stock out with the 4-liter. Really quite surprised actually that it did not end up killing. YoseFu though still able to clean up that first stock. Just going to be sort of dashing in, tries to go in with the pivot cancel left tilt, but Pango is already jumping in a little too high up.
Great catch by that axe to take the first stock. YoseFu sitting at roughly kill percent, but it doesn't seem like it's very easy. Well, I mean, as I say it, Pango is able to answer right back with that down air.
Able to get the nail, tries to go for a follow-up out of it. Right now YoseFu just looking for any way that they can land, but that block just halts a lot of their plans. You know, just it's a very uncomfortable position to be in.
Those blocks are definitely something to watch throughout the matchup, as, I mean, Belmont being such a projectile-heavy character, those blocks will, should interact with the way that YoseFu throws out those projectiles. That being said, YoseFu has not had much of a problem getting around them. Has already 91 racked up onto Pango, but here comes the challenge now. YoseFu has to find a way back to stage. He's gonna eat the TNT for it, but he's gonna survive, and that's gonna make it back to an even game as he gets that cross.
Yep, that was impeccable DI from YoseFu right now. Spot dodging, trying to get past all of those, like, you know, different little uncomfortable positions. Still gonna be losing his stock. Right now, Pango sitting 2 stocks to 1, only at 123%, but being a corner against Belmont, you're gonna be dead to F smash, to F tilts, to 4-liters, but such good DI.
I mean, look at the coverage options too. He even forward aired the cart to get that projectile out of the way, and now possibly a string for Pango. Gets a quick 20%, make that 30 as the follow-up. Wanted the down smash afterwards, and now the up tilt's coming out, and Pango making this stock last, but he'll eventually fall prey to that forward air. This is a dead even game practically.
That was an excellent way to take out that stock as well. YoseFu was just, you know, able to call out that jump into the minecart that Pango has established. They're gonna keep on doing it out of the corner, you know. That's what the Thieves do. They dash to the corner and you're like, haha, I'm gonna jump inside B, and there's so little that you can do to challenge it because that hitbox is very, very difficult to deal with. But only one island on deck. This is the time for YoseFu to start smothering Pango, and smothering him he is. Sets up the ledge trap, but Pango nicely timed roll, able to get his option out immediately.
Great weave too. Oh, tried to follow it up with a down air. And this is back to basically dead even stocks. Wants the follow up, gets the grab out of it though. And now YoseFu. Situation reversed. Up B, that should be the stock. The forward smash to push. No, he lived the air dodge to save him. What a play, but the TNT will absolutely do it. Pango takes game 1.
That was not the direction I was expecting that game to go in. Honestly, that game like completely turned around from the moment that Pango rolled back onto the stage. Belmont should ideally be taking a stock anytime somebody's in a corner like that, but When you whip it up B like that out of shield, you leave yourself so vulnerable. F smash, of course, you know, Pango did not have any time that game just to be able to land, you know, things like Diamond. So that one was not going to do it. But yeah. It's a bomb. It's a bomb. Why would you hit a bomb? But there's so little that you can do in that position. It would like cover the jump. It would cover goals in. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of your options are just nullified when there's a TNT at ledge already set up.
And I think the other part about that too is you saw Pango go for that multiple times throughout the set. And YoseFu, after getting hit by it the first or second time, he tried to adapt to it, tried to knock it away from the ledge. You saw him throw a cross beforehand, but on that last stock, he was out of options. He had to, you know, do something from ledge, and so the best he could really do was get up attack it just to try and knock it away. But as you said, I mean, once that TNT is there, it is just so threatening, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Yeah. When you get high percent and you run out of all of that like invulnerability that the ledge should be giving you, there's very little that can happen at the end because there's like a ticking clock. You know, you have to get off the ledge, otherwise you really do completely run out of options. YoseFu, it was a little bit unfortunate because wow, that other platform was going to be there in just a few seconds. You know, had that been a few seconds later, he might have had the option to somehow try to retreat to that upper platform. So unfortunate for him. Really good ledge trapping from Pango. I'm curious to see where they will go for game number 2. And that's going to be 8 points for Siena. This is already shaping up to be a much different set.
If Pango were to take this set, that would put Siena really back into the match here, because if YoseFu closes this set out, Siena would be back in the scenario we saw back in DePaul versus Canisius, but 10-2 the scoreline right now. If Pango wins this match, he wins the set. And that would be the first time we'd seen, I believe, YoseFu drop a set in the EGF. So, I mean, a battle of titans here.
Good recognition from Pango. Just saying like, hey, I don't have to worry about Axe. That pressure is fake. I can just sit here and continue to mine. I like the really quick opt out of the car, able to land on the block. Mix up his landing ever so slightly. Right now, Pango just so have taken the time back just to get a couple of resources once again. I mean, YoseFu is just doing anything that he can just to keep Pango off stage, put him in a really uncomfortable spot. And this advantage from YoseFu is just lasting such a long time.
Look at all the pressure from all these projectiles. I mean, Pango just doesn't have any room to work with. This counterpick the battlefield really feeling like it's in favor of YoseFu. Is that forward throw is going to be able to take the first stock, and only 53 on YoseFu. We'll make that 83 off of the combo there, but still.
Love the patience from YoseFu, just waiting for Pango to stop mashing up tilt on his shield so that he can get up B and then reset the situation completely. Uses the cross just to be able to cover the platform and force Pango to sit there in shield. Make sure that he can't really jump away. Ooh, this is a scary position to be in. This is absolutely terrifying. As anybody, yeah, when you're off stage against Belmont like that, not fun.
Ooh, the follow-up. Nearly, able to get that spike into something, but YoseFu able to get out of danger there. Sitting at 145, that TNT on the ledge is gonna take the stock, able to get that explosion off in time, and so Pango, I mean, nearly a full stock behind here, but not insurmountable.
Ooh, tries to tech chase with the card, an excellent idea. And just like covering all of his options right now. That cross is going to end up saving Pango, make sure that he doesn't get confirmed out of the holy water. YoseFu tried to compensate and follow up, but honestly his spacing just could have been a little bit tighter on that. Either way, ends up cutting and jumping back into the holy water. YoseFu ready to get the holy water into the F tilt. Pango has got to find a way to land and clean this one up, but Diamond is going to be huge.
That F tilt for YoseFu has been putting in work, catching a lot of Pango's options. And now look at the follow-up too. A quick 41% onto Pango. And the Holy Water there catching Pango out of the cart too, so it couldn't follow up after the cart caught YoseFu. Is he going to survive this? No, he doesn't have the ability to grab back to that ledge, so last stock scenario here, 67 on Pango, but YoseFu upping the pressure here.
We're going to be setting up with, not really even sure what hit that was. That was the returning cross, I believe. Tries to follow up off of that. This is looking so good for YoseFu right now, but Pango able to get back on. Tries to convert it off of YoseFu's own holy water. That is a Steve in a corner with no island. He needs some, oh, and he got one. That is one get out of jail free card. Just ready at a moment's notice. There it is. You see, just lets him get back to center stage.
Very close battle here. Pango has to play so careful at 129. He's got to find a way back to stage around these projectiles, but he doesn't have an option. He just falls to his death, and game 2 goes to YoseFu.
Ah, that's tragic. Yeah. Not really sure what happened there. Maybe Pango was just really confident that they have a double jump. Don't really know what happened here. They got hit.
Yeah, and just no option, no buttons came out. I wonder if he thought, I think you're right, I think he thought he had a double jump, but just kind of held, waited to around those projectiles, didn't want to get hit by them, and then by the time he realized he didn't have it, just was too low to up B. That's the best guess I can come up with.
He could have side beat, he could have up beat. So don't really know what happened. Either way, that. Did he double jump here? Ah, that was an instant double jump, but wait, not here. Okay. Let's see, what happens? Yeah. So he has a double jump. Pango maybe still thinking that he was able to land on the platform. Had he landed on the platform with the minecart, he would have gotten his double jump back and ready to go. So probably just waiting for, just waiting for the double jump that never came. A sad tale.
Tragic for Pango and Siena, as that puts another point on the board for Mississippi State and extends this set. And as we enter game number 3, again a pivotal set and one more character swap on top of it. Pango going Pokemon trainer against YoseFu's Belmont.
Honestly, I mean, this is interesting. Belmont is no longer forced to constantly try to set up the corner and make it like constant inhospitable space. You could kind of play more Smash Bros and less Steve, if that makes sense sometimes. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
YoseFu off to an early lead. Will eat a Razor Leaf, but I mean 64 already on the Pango, and running it back to Battlefield 2. Another interesting choice, as well as Pango just struggling to.
Pango wanted something cute. He wanted the falling upper into another upper.
Fu upping the pressure already. Ooh, that axe, and drifting too far away was Pango. And just like that, the only percent until Squirtle's combo here was a Razor Leaf. YoseFu off to a commanding start.
Ooh, tries to convert off of that cross, able to get a little something going off the returning one. YoseFu there a little bit too far back to try to land on that top Battlefield platform. That time is able to do it, and Pango has no answer to it. Just keeps on getting away with it right now.
This is a tough scenario for Pango, as he's caught in this corner, has to find a way around these projectiles. The dash attack and forward tilt not going to be able to connect, but that up B not going to be able to either. Finds a second one.
Such a quick get off me option. It just says, hey, back off. I'm going to be landing safely on this top Battlefield platform too. This is not a good stage to be taking Belmont for a lot of different characters,
Yeah, and I mean, just look at all the projectiles that YoseFu is throwing out, and Pango just does not have an answer to them.
He's just moving around the stage so efficiently, just making it so difficult for Pango to get anything started right now. Oh, that wave land. Oh, he just wave landed and walked away. He didn't get anything out of it. It just looked kind of nice. And that time, able to finally take out that stock holy water into the F smash. Okay.
I think that was a taunt afterwards from YoseFu. Certainly feeling confident the way he's been playing. I mean, Pango just has not been able to do much of anything this match. I mean, only 80% is significant, but the fact that I mean, he's been able to take, YoseFu's been able to take 2 stocks, and there really hasn't been much of an opening for Pango. It's just kind of been the pace of this matchup.
Ooh, gonna be jumping back onto the stage. Look how difficult it is for Pango to get out of the corner. YoseFu, now that he no longer has to worry about minecart, has just been getting so much damage upon damage upon damage. Pango gonna be drifting back into that axe. You have to just try to go all the way through it. You have to follow it and go through it.
100% on Pango. Can he find a way to mitigate some of this damage as that up B, again, gonna push him back into the corner. Dodges the first axe, but it gets hit by the cross. And I mean, all these projectiles have just been a nightmare for Pango. That axe is actually almost gonna do it, nearly killing Ivysaur. And yeah, Pango just has nothing left in the tank, and that is gonna be a 2 stock from YoseFu.
Well, YoseFu just looked absurdly confident that game. His corner pressure, his ledge trapping, his follow-ups, you know, his zoning ability. That entire game, Pango could not get in at all. And with that being said, that is going to be another huge little boost of points going to Mississippi State. He finished off this game with 2 stocks. That's going to be another 4 points on the board.
I mean, it has just been it has been Mississippi State's day. YoseFu, a commanding set. I mean, after game 1, which was very close, game 2, the switch to Battlefield, I mean, really turned things around. And then going back to it and the Pokemon Trainer switch, YoseFu was all over the adjustments, and that's why they've got a 15-2 lead as we get ready for set number 4.